Welcome, student of life. You who search for strength in the midst of storms. You who long to be steady while the world shakes. I speak to you now, not as a distant philosophy, but as a living voice, a companion to your soul. You seek calm in chaos, and I will show you how. Listen carefully. In the next few moments, I will give you the first secret of calm, the one the great emperors and slaves alike discovered, the one that will shift your mind instantly, and later, I will reveal to you the hardest truth of all, the one no one wants to accept, yet the one that frees you completely. Stay with me until then, because once you understand it, you will no longer be owned by chaos. You will own yourself. Here is the first secret. Chaos does not live outside of you. It lives inside your judgment of events. The world throws storms, but it is you who call them unbearable. The noise of people, the betrayals, the sudden losses, these are not calm or chaos by nature. They are raw materials. It is your judgment, your story about them, that turns them into agony. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor burdened with wars and plague, whispered to himself in the night, "If you are troubled by anything, it is not the thing itself, but your opinion of it. Do you hear it? The world can spin, but your mind decides how much it shakes. And that is your power. Your calm is not stolen by the storm. It is handed over when you say, 'This storm must not be.' Now pause, take one breath, notice. The storm outside, the problem at work, the fight at home, the news that burns your mind. It has no voice of its own. It waits for your judgment. And in that waiting, you hold the key. This is why I tell you, do not fight chaos with panic. Fight it by questioning your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this truly unbearable, or am I only saying so? Often you will find that what seemed impossible is simply uncomfortable, and what seemed destructive is simply inconvenient. But you might say, what about loss? What about pain that cuts too deep? Listen, I will not lie to you. Loss and pain hurt. Even the Stoic feels them. But calm does not mean numbness. Calm means the pain visits your body, yet does not enslave your mind. You can feel it without becoming it. You can hurt without collapsing. And when you learn this, you discover that nothing can fully defeat you. Stay close, because soon I will reveal to you how even death itself, the greatest chaos to the human heart, can be faced with steady eyes. But before that, let us sharpen your weapon for daily battles. Imagine you walk into a crowded marketplace. Everyone shouts. Everyone pushes. Prices rise and fall. Chaos swirls. Do you join in the madness? Oh, you remind yourself the shouting is theirs, not yours. The pushing is theirs, not yours. Their fire does not need to burn you. You walk through with calm eyes, buying what you need, ignoring what you don't. This is life. The crowd of the world rages, but you do not need to rage with it. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." How often have you destroyed your calm not by what happened, but by what you feared might happen? How often has the shadow of tomorrow stolen today? This is wasted chaos. The future has not arrived, yet you invite it in as if it already crashed through your door. Stop. Keep the door shut until the future knocks. I know what you may be thinking now. But what if the worst really does happen? What if I lose everything I love? Here's the second secret. What you love can be taken from your hands, but not from your character. The world controls fortune, but you control virtue. Your honesty, your courage, your kindness, your discipline, these belong only to you. No thief, no enemy. No storm can strip them away, and as long as you hold them, you remain whole. Let me speak to your heart directly. You may lose wealth. You may lose status. You may even lose people you love dearly. But if you remain just, wise, and brave, then you have not lost yourself. And to remain yourself, that is victory over chaos. Now, do not mistake me. This is not easy. It will feel like wrestling with shadows. Again and again. Your mind will want to shout, "Why me? Why now? Why this?" But you must answer with calm. Because it is here, and because I can bear it. Not because you want it, but because you can bear it. That is the essence of calm. Not the absence of storms, but the presence of strength. Stay with me, for later I will show you the deepest Stoic secret, the one that even emperors struggled to accept. the one about how little control you truly have, and why that truth is the greatest gift of all. But first, take these words and let them anchor you when chaos rises. Each time you feel chaos press against you, repeat, "This is not chaos, this is only life. My judgment decides whether it is unbearable." And you will feel the fire cool, even if only by a degree, and if you practice this daily, that degree will grow until you stand in storms without trembling. So, student of life, if these words light something in you, share them with another who needs them. Do not keep calm hidden. Let it spread like a lamp in the dark, and if you wish to walk further with me, subscribe so you do not walk alone. Leave your thoughts in the comments, for even emperors learned through dialogue. Your voice matters here. I will return soon, and when I do, I will give you the next key, the one about how to accept the unchangeable without despair, and how to bend like a tree in the storm without breaking. That is where true calm is born. Until then, carry this first secret close. Chaos is not outside. It is inside your judgment. Master your judgment and you master your calm. Student, you have taken the first step. You now know that chaos is not out there, but in your judgment, you have begun to loosen its grip. Now we must move deeper into the harder truth, the one most people run from. You cannot control most of what happens in life. This is the second secret, and though it sounds like a loss, it is in fact the path to freedom. Consider this. How much time do you spend wrestling against the unmovable, wishing that people acted differently, begging fate to turn back, arguing with events that are already written in stone? This is where your calm leaks away. You are trying to command the ocean. You are shouting at the rain. You are demanding that life be what it has never promised to be, obedient to your wishes. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled over millions, confessed this simple truth to himself. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Do you hear the freedom in those words? Not everything is yours to control, but your thoughts, your actions, your choices, these are yours, fully yours. The rest? Leave it to the world. Let me give you an image. Imagine a dog tied to a moving cart. If the dog resists, it is dragged, choking, across the ground. If the dog walks with the cart, it moves freely, almost as if leading. Life is the cart. You are the dog. You can fight the pull of fate, or you can walk in step with it. Only one path gives you peace. Now, listen carefully. This does not mean you should be passive. It does not mean you stop acting. Stop trying. Stop working for what is right. It means you act where you have power and release what you cannot change. You aim your effort at the target you can reach, not at the horizon that lies forever out of touch. Ask yourself right now, what is truly in my control? Your words, your deeds, your thoughts, your response, nothing else, not the weather, not other people, not fortune, not death, only you. And when you accept this, you stop wasting your life on battles you can never win. But you may say, if I cannot control life, then what is the point of living? Here's the point. You live not to command the universe, but to master yourself within it. You live to practice virtue, courage, justice, wisdom, discipline. Every day gives you chances to practice. Every hardship gives you a stage to show strength. Every loss gives you a chance to display dignity. That is the point. To live as a human soul aligned with reason and nature. Seneca told his students, "We are born once and cannot be born twice. But we can die many times through fear of death. Do you understand? Each time you cling to control that is not yours, each time you demand that the world bow to you, you die a little. But when you let go, when you stand firm only on what is yours, you live fully. You rise above chaos not because it vanished, but because it cannot reach the part of you that matters most. Now let us test this teaching. Imagine someone insults you. Their words cut deep. What part is in your control? Not their tongue, not their opinion, only your response. You can choose to burn with anger, or you can choose to remain unmoved, seeing their insult as a reflection of their character, not yours. When you control your response, their chaos dies at your feet. Imagine you lose money, perhaps all you have saved. What part is in your control? Not the loss itself, it is already gone, but your response is yours. You can curse fortune, collapse in despair, or you can breathe, accept, and begin again. Calm does not rebuild what was lost, but it gives you the strength to build again. Now imagine the greatest fear of all, death, your own, or the death of those you love. This too is outside your control, and yet, here lies the final chain to be broken. Chaos takes root in our terror of endings, but why fear what is natural? The leaf falls, the river flows, the seasons turn, all things have their time. So too do you. To fight, this is to fight nature itself. To accept, it is to walk calmly through the final storm. Know this truth is heavy, but hear me. Acceptance does not mean coldness. You can love deeply, cherish fully, and still accept loss when it comes. In fact, acceptance makes love more urgent, more alive. When you know nothing is guaranteed, you stop wasting time on petty anger. You stop delaying kindness. You stop assuming there will always be another tomorrow. You love fiercely now, because you know now is all you truly hold. So here is your practice. Each morning, remind yourself, today I will meet with trouble. People will be selfish. Events will be harsh. Fortune will be uncertain. But none of this is beyond my power, for my power lies in how I meet it. And each evening, remind yourself, whatever has happened today, I have faced it with what I could control, and let go of the rest. This practice builds calm like a muscle, daily, steady, unshaken. Stay with me, for soon we will reach the deepest teaching of all, the third secret, the one that transforms pain into purpose, and chaos into a teacher. But before that, let me tell you this, do not expect perfection, even the wisest falter. Marcus Aurelius faltered, Seneca faltered, Epictetus, once a slave, faltered, and you will too. But calm is not about never falling, it is about rising again. Each time with patience for yourself. Each fall is training, each stumble is practice, and slowly, you will become unshakable. If these words stir something in you, let your voice join the dialogue. Leave your thoughts below, for wisdom grows when shared. And if you wish to keep walking with me on this path, subscribe to this channel so we may continue together. Share these words with one who needs them, for calm spreads further when it is passed on. Now prepare yourself, because in the next part, I will give you the final secret, the one about how suffering itself can be turned into fuel, how every storm can become a teacher, and how even in the darkest hour you can shine with unbreakable calm. Until then, hold this truth close. You control nothing outside yourself but everything within, and that is enough. Student, you have walked with me through two great secrets. First, that chaos lives not outside you but in your judgment. Second, that control belongs only to your mind, never to the world. Now I will give you the final secret, the one that transforms not only how you endure chaos, but how you use it to grow stronger. Here it is. Chaos can be your teacher. Suffering can be your training ground. Every difficulty, every loss, every insult, every pain, each one is a chance to practice virtue. Without storms, the sailor never learns to master the sea. Without trials, the soul never learns to master itself. Epictetus, once a slave beaten by his master until his leg broke, said, "Difficulties show what men are. Do you understand? The test is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to reveal you. Chaos unmasks the strength that lies hidden until it is called forth. So when pain comes, do not ask, 'Why me?' Ask instead, 'What is this moment asking me to practice?' If insult comes, practice patience. If loss comes, practice resilience. If fear comes, practice courage. Every hardship hands you a tool to sharpen your character. This is the third secret. But you might ask, how can I see chaos as a gift when it burns me so deeply? I will tell you. Look back on your life. Think of the moments that carved wisdom into your heart. Were they the easy days or the hard ones? It was through difficulty that you grew, through pain that you learned, through loss that you discovered what truly matters. Chaos shaped you, even when you hated it. And if you recognize this truth, you will no longer meet chaos as an enemy, but as a harsh teacher, whose lessons make you unshakable. Consider the fire. When straw falls into the fire, it burns to nothing. When gold falls into the fire, it is purified, strengthened, made more radiant. Which will you be, straw or gold? The fire of chaos will burn no matter what, but you decide what you become inside it. Now, listen to this carefully. The Stoic does not deny pain. We do not pretend it feels good. We do not call darkness light. But we say, this pain is mine to use, I will not waste it. Suffering without purpose is despair. Suffering used as training is strength. This is why Marcus Aurelius, emperor surrounded by wars and plague, whispered to himself, a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it. Can you see it? The Stoic turns even obstacles into fuel. Every insult, every loss, every grief, it all becomes material for the fire within, feeding calm, feeding strength, feeding clarity. So here's how you practice this final secret. When chaos comes, do not only endure it, turn to it and say, what virtue does this call me to? What strength is this moment asking me to build? Then act on that. If you practice this daily, you will not only survive storms, you will be forged by them into something greater. Now I will speak to you with deep honesty. There will be times when this feels impossible. Times when the weight is so heavy you forget every word I have said. That is natural. The Stoic path is not about never bending, it is about bending without breaking. Even if you collapse, even if you falter, rise again. Each return is victory. Each step forward, no matter how small, is strength. And hear this, you are not alone. Every human who has walked this earth has faced chaos. Emperors, slaves, philosophers, farmers, kings, children, all of them. The storms you face are the same storms they faced. And if they could find calm, so can you. The wisdom that guided them is now guiding you. It lives on in you, if you choose to listen. Let me give you one final practice. When you wake in the morning, say to yourself, today I will be tested, not by the world, but by myself. Will I meet insult with calm? Will I meet fear with courage? Will I meet loss with dignity? The world may shake, but I will remain steady. And when you lie down at night, say to yourself, did I use this day well? Did I practice my virtues in the storm? If I failed, I will try again tomorrow. If I succeeded, I will continue tomorrow. Either way, I am still walking the path. This is the secret that turns chaos into calm. Chaos becomes not a thief of your peace, but a builder of your strength. Pain becomes not a prison, but a teacher. And you, student of life, become not a victim of storms, but the fire that burns through them. So now you hold all three secrets. The first, chaos is not outside, but in your judgment. The second, control is not over the world, but over your own mind. The third, chaos itself can be your teacher, turning pain into purpose. With these, you can walk through storms with steady steps. You can live calmly in a world that rages. You can become not unfeeling, but unshakable. And if these words have touched you, let them not end here. Leave your voice in the comments, for dialogue shapes wisdom, and your reflection may guide another. Subscribe to this channel, so this journey continues with you, step by step, storm by storm, and share this message with one who needs calm, for the fire of wisdom spreads when carried to others. Remember this, always. The storm outside does not decide your peace. Your judgment, your acceptance, your virtue, these decide, and these are yours. No chaos, no loss, no death can take them from you. Now go, student of life. When chaos comes, and it will, you will not fear it. You will greet it as a teacher. You will use it as fuel. You will walk calmly through the storm, with steady eyes and an unbroken soul. This is what Stoicism says. This is the secret revealed. And now, it belongs to you.